Hello, we should be live right now with the Exoborne puzzle. I haven't actually taken a look at it yet. Just literally got home, got in the door, started streaming. So let's take a look and see what is going on. Right, I think I've got the it's got the stream all set up. Let's go have a look. So So 2-1 and 2-2 have just been released. So let's have a look at what's there. I'll put it up on the big screen. Here we go. So I'm on the Geeky Pastimes test account. Second one. Oh, there's loads more. So you can see like we've got a bunch here now. Let's have a look at what's going on. And I need your help. Good day. Right, so we have a Google Sheet for this. This is this. So I'll add a new tab to it for 2-1. And then I'll add one for 2-2. We'll start with 2-1, obviously, because it might be sequential. We don't really know. So we've got like one there and then one here. Right. Booting, rehack, lots of numbers. Don't know if the numbers mean anything, blah, blah, blah. So we can start with the, I'm assuming there'll be a readme. View readme.txt. Let's have a look. Reborn, we need you to help us figure out a riddle we have reason to believe is connected to a small part of something much bigger. This was in the video. So they did a video for this on Twitter. If I get the video up as well, Exoborne. I'm pretty sure they did a video here. So they did this video. Which I think has the same... Talking about, I'll just go to my webcam for a second. Hey, so... Please send a message with your thoughts of what it could be about. They've still got the same like words lit up where it's like light guides our way. Cool. So there could be clues in that. Don't know. And now it's that static. I'm always a little bit like. I'm always just a little bit like, is it gonna be something when it recording device? Yeah, system. It's just gonna play. Okay, I think that's enough. I just always run it through like a little waveform thing, just in case. Just in case anything. I don't think there is. Looking at it, that doesn't look like there's anything sneaky going on there or any hidden messages. I don't think so. That's a bit weird, like these lines, but it's just what that sound sounds like, I guess. That looks like no. Looks a little bit like it could be something, doesn't it? But I don't think it is. Anyway, let's have a look at it. I haven't actually looked at the text yet. So, we've got a descrambling bit there. What's that about? Descrambling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's not that. It doesn't matter anyway because the letters are like there isn't a repeating letter like that. Okay, anyway. So it says, hey, thank you for following, Cookie. So while we have some ideas about this riddle, we need you to straighten it out. Please straighten it out. That's a weird wording, isn't it? Straighten it out is odd. Please send us a message with your thoughts of what it could be about, so we can move forward. Now we know you're not a hacker, but we believe in your potential to do your best. Descrambling. That's a weird word. In a far distant place, surrounded by shimmering diamonds and a black backdrop, I sail in a realm without borders, propelled without an engine. Yet at an immense speed and bound by a fixed path, I reside. That's weird. Like the I reside being at the end there is a little bit odd grammar, but there's been loads of odd grammar in this. Hey, thank you very much, Apple. Yeah, for sure. My eyes unblinking, survey land and sea. I mean, back in my days of being an English teacher, I would have been like, you're using too many commas here. Survey land and sea, a shimmering sentinel in the void. No wind can whisper to me, but I still am able to see the clouds and moving fields of grass. One might think me a god as I am all seeing, and my name tells of my journey, but not my destination. Is this talking about light? This seems like it's talking about light, doesn't it? Because it's sailing in a realm without borders, like it goes through space, propelled without an engine. Light is propelled without an engine. At immense speed, the speed of light, and bound by a fixed path. Light travels in a straight line. My eyes unblinking survey land and sea, because, you know, light sort of shines on everything. A shimmering sentinel in the void. No wind can whisper to me, because the wind doesn't affect light. But I still am able to see clouds and moving fields of grass. One might think me a god as I am all seeing, and my name tells of my journey. That's a bit weird. My name tells of my journey, but not my destination. So, thank you. On my 15th dance, I find my rhythm, a silent symphony in the void. To the west, they say I go. Oh, so yeah. So when it says to the west, because the sun sets in the west, so it's something to do with the sun and light. Yeah, I am ever stationary, a paradox of motion. I am no spy, no weapon, no explorer of distant worlds. My purpose is benign to watch. It's light, isn't it? Isn't it light? Is it dawn? I'm not able to understand your message. I am no spy. No, my purpose is benign. Yeah. But weather satellites surely were propelled by an engine. It does make sense, a weather satellite, Wolfman, because, like, this thing is about storms. But how would you even, like, write that? Right, let's look at what other files there are. What, there's no other files? That's it, so it's just a riddle. Oh, so it's a geostationary satellite, isn't it? 'Cause it's like saying, to the west they say I go. No, geostationary satellites would always seem to be over the same point. This last paragraph does seem like a weather satellite. That makes sense. What are they saying on Discord about it? Yeah. Oh, so... How do we know who we're talking to? Oh, got it! Got it! It is a satellite! Woo! So, I just put that in the Discord. Nice! Got some progress. Good work, Wolfman. Yes, indeed. It seems like it might be satellite. Now we just need to figure out which satellite it is and where it is located. So... think this is a real satellite. So it took 15 orbits to get. It took 15 orbits to get into location. So it's a weather. It's a geostationary weather satellite. But how will they have written that? Is it GOES? Are these real satellite? So these are like GOES. There's GOES 15. I'm assuming there's GOES 15. Yeah, GOES. Oh. Hey! Ominous goes. Oh, send message. Oh, I keep typing stuff wrong. There we go. We're getting there. GOES 15. Where's satellite? So where is it? One two eight west. Ah. How do I write this? Omnis GOES 15 satellite graveyard. No. Send message. I hate having to type this all. No. Right. Just I can be like boop. Just geostationary. Crap, no. No. Hmm. $61.5 degrees east. Wow, I need to get rid of these stupid reaction things because they cover up buttons. It's really annoying. There we go. Boop. 61.5 east. No. It did say something about longitude up here, didn't it? It says to the west, they say a go, so I assume it's the west one that you need. What is my longitude? Yeah. Who am I? What am I? What is my longitude? So surely it should be goes 15, satellite 128. Yeah, it wants the longitude. We're just not getting the like wording right. It's like the old days of like text adventures. No, orbit doesn't work either. Bloody hell. Yeah, I know. That's what I keep typing in, versatility. It's just there right now. It's over the Indian Ocean. Right now, its longitude is 61.39. Nope. Can I just post a picture to the thing saying, it's there? Put a couple of things in the Discord. What, our Discord or the Exoborne one? Oh, I see these links. It's because it's not geostationary anymore, Wolfman. I think. — 135. Okay. No. Space didn't work. Hey, bods. Space did not work. It's been taken over. Oh, wait a minute. What about Indian Ocean? No. Apparently it's now over the Indian Ocean. It started drifting over there. I don't know. I'm just doing all of that stuff because, well, I can... If you do... It just says it doesn't understand. I think you need the other stuff because it says in the README, the instructions, it says, who am I, what is my longitude? So it wants the longitude. Do I need to do goes 15, satellite, and then do you need a little degree symbol, maybe? No. Look back at the clue. Says on 15th dance, I find my rhythm, a silent symphony in the void. To the west, they say I go. Yeah, I am a station because it says, because it is goes west. Bloody Pet Shop Boys. Well done, Wolfman, for knowing that this was a weather satellite. That was a good working out. Yeah, I had 128. I mean, I don't know how else they want it to be written. I've written it in every bloody way I can think of. What do you think? Anyone got any flashes of inspiration? In the sky. No. No, I know. I typed in what it's at now, versatility. Yeah, well, that's what that is. That is the current longitude is 61.39. But, yeah, orbit. 61.39. Anyone got any other ideas? I suppose that's kind of 61.4. Nope. Does it actually move that much? Yeah, it's weird. On this other website, it says it's at 135, but it's not a bloody 135. Hey, Shotgun Jackal. So we had a readme of this like riddle describing a satellite. Then it says, who am I, what am I, and where am I? And we can't work out how to enter where it is. That's the thing we're stuck on right now. Just gonna tweet. We're trying to solve the Exoborne ARG Part 2. Join me live on all the places I stream right now to help. We're currently hunting real satellites. Right. I feel like, yeah, there could be... Is there some other website that mentions it that has a different number? This one says 61.5. Do I need to do it as actual degrees? No. I don't think it's going to be something like saying geostationary orbit, just because it says specifically, what, like, the longitude. What is my longitude? I've got the longitude. I just don't think we're writing it incorrectly. We're just not entering it properly. I would assume they used Wikipedia for it. Once if you press stuck. Tutorial. Where'd that take you? Hey, that's my video. If you press stuck, it takes you to my video. That's cool. Where the hell are you, Goose 15? Well, that's a rubbish timeline. There isn't anything else in the text from earlier. Get rid of my webcam for a bit. There you go. It says on their 15th dance. So is it like, where was it on its 15 orbit? Is that significant, do you think? See, that one says 61.5. That one says 128 west, which I think is where it's meant to be. Oh, they broke the X-ray imager. Yeah, it could be Wolfman Alpha. Definitely could be. Just trying to think of anything else. Because it definitely asks for a longitude. $89.5 west. I think we tried 61.5 east. How do you do the degrees symbol? Oh, 0176. Doesn't that just mean west? Doesn't the minus 135 just mean... Having an argument with Helios about the meaning of orbit. Yeah. I'd say the NASA page is pretty official. I would say. It's not over the Pacific Ocean, it's over the Indian Ocean right now. It is in retirement right now. But we need the longitude. It asks for the longitude. It says now on here 69.88 east. Try that one. So not this page either. I can't find any other places where it is. Which is just over the Pacific. You can't post links, Juan. So if you just posted a link, it doesn't show up for any of the rest of us. Yeah, we know where it is. We've got the live position somewhere. There's its live position, 61.39. Kind of near the Seychelles right now. Which should be kind of where it stays, because it's like, again, you know, it's geostationary, so... It was over there, here, and now it's over here. But we don't know where it goes. We don't know how to write the longitude. This person did an eyes thing. I don't know how else to write where it is. Just wondering if we could send a message to the satellite. The standard is 6 digits. Well, that's not what any of the websites I've used are. That one uses 3 digits. That one uses 4 digits. That one uses 4 digits. So if there's a bloody standard, no one's following it. I think it's looking for a keyword. I think I could write anything. This is silly. See, it's just looking for the keyword. So it's the way this is working is it's looking for goes 15, it's looking for satellite, and then it's looking for the last bit. Ping what though? Ping. Those are the only commands we can use. It specifically asked for the longitude, Benny does. Specifically said longitude, not you know, just location. So where is this thing? And how do we find it? Don't forget to like the stream, by the way. It does help me out a bunch. Whoops. I read the wrong thing. Okay. Instead of a real number, could they be looking for a number that's hidden within the riddle? No. It's talking about when... It's not talking about when it was decommissioned. It's talking about when it was live. Like, this is talking about when it was active, which is why I think the 128 is more accurate. Oh, 127.6. Oh, bloody hell, I thought it took a while then, so I was excited. I'm glad, Mark, I'm glad. It's annoying because we've obviously got the right thing, surely. Like, we've got the right, like, thing. We just don't know. We just, it's just there. That's where it is. So we've got the thing, it's just we don't know how to type it, which is frustrating. Yeah, but nothing in the nothing in the thing talks. Nothing in the riddle talks about the launch, does it? I mean, I can type it in, but I just I don't think. It's 128. It's just it is 128. I just don't think we've got the right. I don't think we've got the right way of writing it. Well, not really. We know where it is. We're talking about this satellite. We're talking about this satellite. We know where it is. We know where it was. I think they're looking for where it was. I don't think they're really looking for where it is now. There's just nothing in the riddle that implies that they're looking for where it is now. Because it asks for the longitude, Juan. In the thing, it says, who am I? So it goes 15. What am I? Satellite. What is my longitude? 128. And obviously it's like, with geostationary satellites, it's easy to describe where they are. Because you only need their longitude. Because they're geostationary, they have to be in the equator. So their latitude's always going to be 0. Their longitude is where along the equator they are. And so it's, minus 128, because that's where it's meant to be. That's not where it is. It is at 61.39. It's over here. But that's just because it's old. But it's just like we could be typing in a slightly different way, which is annoying. Should we have a look at the other half? This is the 2-2. This is the same thing. What? Why is there 2-2 and 2-1, but they're the same thing? Oh, maybe it's like when you decrypt it, then you get two things, maybe. But they are the same thing. It seems weird. Frustrating. When did this start? So the first part of the rehack stuff was just before Christmas. If you look at my on my YouTube channel, there was a video explaining what happened with the beginning of it. I posted a video on Boxing Day, so on the 26th of December, 2 days ago, explaining what was going on with this. Anyone got any breakthroughs? Anyone got any genius ideas? I can't tell if we're missing something significant. So let's spell that wrong on purpose. Can't understand it. But if I say it and then spell it correctly, it gets it right. So yeah, it's a syntax thing. If it's code-based useless, I've got no idea what you're on about. Oh, I see. You're useless if it's code-based. It's not. It's not code. This one seems to be more like riddle-based. Oh. But you can do like it's. They've obviously thought about it. Like you can do different like. There's different ways of putting in goes 15 and it still counts all of them. Like no gap still works. What's the longitude? Tell me a longitude and I'll try it. Yeah, so 128 degree sign west. Don't work. Capital letters don't seem to matter. It like the code gets rid of capitals before it sends it by the looks of it. Longitude, Brother Cerberus. Need longitude. Number. Have they just done it wrong? Is it like 130? Someone just type it in wrong. I'm a bit stuck because it's kind of, we've used the information that we have. It's not rough, Ryan. It's literally right now. It's fine. Because it's geostationary, it stays the same. So right now it's at 61.39. That is its real-time location. But it's... because it's geostationary, it's not like it's going quickly. It's just... oh, hi, Professor Bus. But yeah, it is. We are talking about a real satellite that is in space right now. On SatView, the live tracking says its latitude is at 52.37. Its latitude's at 0.12. I think you might be looking at the wrong one, Juan. How do I search for something on this? I don't know what this is. Weather satellite goes 14, goes 16. Kind of want the one that's in between those two. Why have you not got goes 15? Is it because it was renamed? That one. Yeah, there you go. Its latitude is 0. There it is, 61.82 according to this one. 61.82. I don't know which one you're looking at, Juan. But this is it. This is goes 15. It's just there. Oh, maybe you're looking at... Are you maybe looking at this bit, local configuration? Because that's where you are. That's not where the satellite is. And it asks specifically for longitude. The latitude's just 0, essentially, Stephen. Because it's geostationary. It's on the equator. So the latitude is 0. You know, it's 0.62, strictly speaking. Try 61.8. I do quite like satellite stuff. That was it. Yeah. Well, at least you've just doxed yourself in terms of longitude. Or latitude, rather. People are going to know that you live somewhere either in the UK or France or Holland or America or the North America. But 0.62 is the latitude, not the longitude. And it asked specifically for the longitude. I'll make the text a little bit bigger so you can read it easier. Appearance. There we go. Makes it a bit easier for you to read, doesn't it? Is Exoborne a game or purely an ARG? It's a game. If you go on YouTube, there's a trailer they showed of game trailers. It's an extraction shooter. You kind of have exosuits on. It's a bit futuristic. There's like big storms, like hurricane, tornado type things in it. We don't know much more about it. The trailer's just CG, so we don't know what the gameplay is going to look like or anything like that yet. It's made by the developers who made Blood Hunt, which I really enjoyed. Blood Hunt. It was a vampire battle royale game that, like, it didn't do incredibly well. Like, I think they've said now that they've shut down development on it just because it wasn't popular enough, like it wasn't making enough money. But it was a fun game. The big problem, I think, with Blood Hunt is that there was never enough people playing for any kind of skill-based matchmaking to work. So the people who got really good at it could absolutely destroy everyone else because it had a stupidly high skill ceiling. Like the movement and everything was crazy, and there was like guns that could kill you really quickly if you were good with them. Yep. Did I try 69.88 East? They did Shotgun Jackal, yeah. Hopefully they can learn. I mean, I don't know how much it's learning. Blood Hunt was a good game. It's not that like I was saying, like the problem with Blood Hunt was that there weren't enough people playing it. I think the problem with not having that many people playing and then having the skill ceiling really high, we talked about that a bit yesterday with Call of Duty. That problem's a bit mitigated in more of a co-op game because, you know, then the skill of other players isn't such a big impact on you. But I think this is a PvPvE game, you know, DMZ was. They don't have deorbit plans for it. It's currently serving as a backup for another satellite. And it's saying, like, I don't think it is in the future, Juan. Weirdly, I think it's in the past, because when you look at the README, it says something about, like, it is looking for storms and earthquakes and stuff. So if it is looking for storms and earthquakes, then, you know, that's back when it was working, which it's not right now. So it says there, it's, you know, watching for glimpses of roaring skies, murmuring grounds, bright flashes, blah, blah, blah. Do I think extraction shooters are on the rise of full? Oh, full, definitely. Like, I've never understood this thing. You know, I know people for the last, like, year or two have been saying, like, oh, extraction shooters, they're the next big thing. But it's like, I've never really understood that. It's like, Tarkov was obviously doing well, and I think Tarkov does well because, you know, it's a game that does things very differently to what AAA games do. I think it's crap, but I know lots of people really like it. But there's been extraction shooters for a long while, you know, Division and the Dark Zone or Sea of Thieves, like those two have been around for a long while. And they're fun for sure. I like them a lot. But like it's not like this is a really new idea. And then there was a bunch of extraction shooters kind of got made at the same time. And I don't think any of them really set the world on fire. You know, things like The Cycle, Call of Duty's DMZ, the Defiant, whatever it's... What's the Division new one? Heartland or something. That, you know, Ubisoft was apparently testing with a load of people and then... no one ever heard of it again. There was like a bunch of them about, and that Hunt Showdown, and like, you know, some of them have done okay. The Hunt Showdown's obviously doing okay, and Tarkov's doing okay. But I don't think there's ever been it's not like Battle Royales. You know, Battle Royales when like the Battle Royale mod on DayZ absolutely blew up, and then like H1Z1 blew up, and then PUBG suddenly blew up, and then like Blackout was doing well, and then you had like Warzone obviously doing really well, Fortnite doing really well, Apex doing really well. Like they sort of like that properly exploded and kind of took over. Extraction shooters have never had that kind of, you know, there hasn't been an extraction shooter that's on the same sort of tier as those. I definitely think extraction shooters. I personally think I don't I don't think a game would succeed because it's an extraction shooter. I think like a good extraction shooter could do well, you know, and I hope this game's good. I find them fun, but I don't think it's enough. With the Battle Royale thing, like there was a time where I feel like you could have quite a bad game that would be fun because it was a Battle Royale, whereas I think an extraction shooter is much harder to get right. Because it's not like, you know, Battle Royale, essentially, you put 100 people in an environment, let them fight until the last person standing. It doesn't really matter what the game's like. That's going to be kind of fun and kind of thrilling. Whereas an extraction shooter, you need some kind of economy, you need some kind of reason for, you know, death to be worth it, you need interesting loot, you need ways for players to interact. It's not just shooting each other. I think there's a lot of... You need some sort of PvE threats, you need AI and all that sort of stuff. I think it's a much more complicated beast. Thanks for subscribing, Lexus. Do I count Deep Rock Galactic as an extraction shooter? Not really, because in my mind, the extraction shooter needs the PvP side of it. I don't really see... like, I wouldn't say Lethal Company is an extraction shooter either. I think you need the PvP side of it. Personally, like, to me. Otherwise, I don't think it really counts. They're fun, but need to add something for either people not to PvP or have PvP in, or not to have PvP and purely PvP. A game that offers everything combined, separated, will be able to survive. I disagree. I disagree. I think if you have something that's like an extraction shooter and you don't have PvP, you'll end up in the same situation as Modern Warfare Zombies is. Where everyone I know who was playing a lot of Modern Warfare Zombies has stopped. You know, and what, we're a few weeks after launch and everyone stopped playing. Because there's nothing to do. Like, there's no, like, you know, I've finished it, essentially. I've got all the schematics, I've done all of the missions, I've got, you know, Borealis, I can't be bothered to get the bioluminescent. There's just nothing to do. There's no, like, real replayability. You need PvP, I think. I just think some people don't like extraction shooters, but want and want the games to be something that they're not, which I find that weird. You think the best extraction shooters are the PvE ones? I just don't think they're extraction. I don't see them as extraction shooters. They, you know, I guess they're like roguelikes, I guess. It makes it so it's about the fun of the run with friends. I can't think of any games that have done super well that is just an extraction shooter with friends. Like, even Deep Rock Galactic's never done that well, as far as I know. You know, it's done better than a lot of indie games. But I saw a really good thing. I was talking about this the other day. I saw a really good thing where they were saying about how they were describing some game. It might have been Donkey or someone was describing some game and saying like, "Oh, it is fun with friends, but like throwing rocks at a tree is fun if you're doing it with friends. It's kind of like doing anything with friends is fun. Like any game that's co-op is going to be fun because you're doing something with your friends. The actual quality of the game doesn't really matter. It's not like an endorsement something saying it's good with friends. The sign of a good game is when it's kind of engaging when you're not with friends. Like if you can make a game that's fun when you're playing by yourself, then that's like a sign that the actual game is good, not just like the co-op bit. I don't know. There's people who I know want extraction shooters that are PvE only. I don't think, personally, I don't think that's something that is likely to do well. I don't think it's something that's going to hold people's attention. I think, like, you know, if you want to make a PvE game, you are either going to make something that's kind of something you complete and it's done, you know, like a traditional single player game, which is fine, but you're not going to have that kind of replayability and stuff like that. Or you're going to have something that has to have such an engaging kind of degree of randomness to it that's quite hard to make and quite hard to do. You know, even if you think of like the best co-op games that are purely PvE, things like Left 4 Dead, still the sort of like the Left 4 Dead community really ended up playing the versus mode. They still ended up playing the mode where you can play against other players because that adds like variety, you know, that adds something extra. I don't think there's, you know, like Gears of War Horde mode, Titanfall's Frontier Defense, like these modes that were like purely PvE, people get to the point where you're just better than them. You're just better than the mode. Like you can beat the mode, and then there's like not really anything to it after that. And so I think like those games just kind of immediately have a very strict limited lifespan. Whereas if you've got some sort of element of PvP, it doesn't matter how good you get at the game. There'll always be challenge because other people are also getting good at the game. And obviously there's a risk, you know, and what happened with DMZ was some people got good at the PvP side of it and some people didn't because, you know, they played less or whatever, or they just didn't ever engage in the PvP side of it. They didn't want to engage in the PvP side of it, so they never got practice at it. And then that meant that you ended up with some people who were keeping up with that kind of curve of the skill level and able to keep on like winning fights and having fun with the fights and stuff like that. And then you had some people that were just getting steamrolled all the time. And they, you know, obviously didn't like the PvP because they couldn't do it. They couldn't like really participate in it. You know, they didn't want to get good at it. They didn't want to learn how to do it. So, you know, I was still kind of enjoying the PvP in DMZ, but I think a lot of people didn't. But when you get something like Modern Warfare Zombies was like a good, you know, lots of people saying, oh, it's like DMZ, but without the PvP. And it's like, and it kind of was. And it's like, but then you've done the missions and then you get to the point where when you first play Modern Warfare Zombies, it seems quite hard. Like getting into tier 2 and 3 is pretty difficult. Like, you know, completing contracts in tier 2 is pretty difficult. Tier 3 at first seems kind of impossible. But now it's got to the point where me and Flynn and Cobb, even if we're playing by ourselves, we can run around in tier 3 and be absolutely fine. You know, it's like 9 times out of 10 we'll get through it without a scrape. Maybe we'll go down once or twice, but we know how to have self-revives and everything sorted, so we'll be fine. So it's just like you just get to the point where you've played it enough, you've got enough experience playing it, that there is no challenge for you anymore. And then it's like, well, what's the point of playing now? Like, you're just going through the motions. It gets boring. Yep, Juan. That's the one I keep trying. That's what I think. It was Pesty that said that about Arena. Oh, yeah, I did. Weirdly, I did watch that video. I'd never watched a Pestley video before, and I don't watch Escape from Tarkov things, but I did watch his video about Arena. You're 100% right. Yeah. And like, it really, like, that thing, so what Tobias is saying is, like, that's the thing about throwing rocks at trees. That if you throw rocks at trees with friends, that's fun. It's not the thing that's fun. It's the hanging out with your friends that's fun. And I never really thought about it in that way, but it's so true. Like, I used to think when I was back in the Xbox 360 days, I was like just finishing up uni. I was living with a friend, 50-foot snail, who some of you have seen me play Warzone with. And yeah, we were sharing a house together. And for a while, we didn't have the internet, like, because our housemate, who was meant to be in charge of the bills, I think, was just stealing all the money and not paying our bills. So we got cut off from the internet. And so we would literally just play so many Xbox 360 era co-op games. So, you know, we played the Kane and Lynch games, we played Army of Two, we played Resident Evil 5, we played what's it called? Damnation, the weird sort of like steampunk cowboy game. And none of those games were good games, I don't think, but they're a lot of fun to play in co-op because, you know, even if they're bad, it's funny, like, to play through them in co-op. It's good. It's fun. I really like it. Anyway, going back to this, what are we doing? I feel like we've just hit a brick wall. Turns out Ghost 15 biggest contribution was to space weather. It's a weather satellite. That's funny. Its main purpose was to watch for weather on Earth. Why would its biggest contribution be towards weather outside of the planet? I don't think it is. Maybe it's asking for an exact place over the ocean, like an island or something, not coordinates. It says in the README that it wants the longitude. It wants a longitude. And it's 128. It's bloody 128. It is 128. I don't know. I don't know what else we're all like. This is at a point where I don't know if we don't know the format it wants. There's some weird format that we need to do. Or is it that we need to... Or are we missing something? When it says, what is my longitude, is there something else going on there? Like someone in chat said earlier, what about if this is in the future? Yeah, Juan said, if this is in the future, maybe it could be in a different place. Maybe. I'm just looking. This is about the game, by the way. This is like the CGI trailer they put out for the game. You can wishlist it now on Steam. I think there's a bit of information about the gameplay. It kind of says stuff. It says, you know, it's an extraction shooter. You go in with friends. You can ally with old war buddies or comrades of convenience. So it seems like it's got a kind of, you go in with a party, or you want to group up with people you come across in game. You balance your tech and exo rig loadouts. You got loadouts and stuff. Gunfights. Get gunfight in a tornado. So there's tornadoes, there's apocalyptic storms, lightning strikes. All sounds very cool. Looks like lots of chasms. I think there's something that was talking about verticality. Nothing about a year that it's in, though, I don't think. Can't see anything about a year. The definition of longitude. So, if you look at, like, a globe, and you imagine there being, like, a grid across the globe, like lines... like Terry's chocolate orange lines, and then lines. Latitude are the sort of horizontal lines that go around, so you can tell where the grid coordinates are. And this is a geostationary satellite, and geostationary satellites have to be on the equator to stay geostationary. So the latitude is 0, because that's the equator. And then the longitude is a system where you have degrees around the Earth, so obviously it's like 360 degrees around a circle. And for kind of arbitrary colonial reasons, we say 0 is a Greenwich, which is a place in London. So, you know, where Greenwich Mean Time starts. So Greenwich is the longitude starting point. And then you go, you know, one way or another. I think it's I'm saying that. Is Greenwich actually the starting point, or is that just for the dateline? Longitude. Where is 0 longitude? Yeah, it is Greenwich. Yeah. Greenwich Meridian Line. Yeah. So you count, you know, if you are going west, then you will be... I think the way it works, it could... Oh. Oh, I just had an idea. What's 360 minus 128, 232? $232. No. I was just thinking, like, you could express it if you did it as, like, all the way around. But yeah, so rather than doing numbers up to 360, they just do numbers up to 180, but it's like 0 is Greenwich. So minus, like, west of Greenwich is minus up to 180, which would be the Pacific Ocean on the other side of the world. And then positive numbers are like east up to 180. So minus 180 and plus 180, that longitude is like the same place. That's where the lines meet. Does it have an alternate meaning? Longitude? I don't think so. 15 dance just means the 15th satellite in the program. I think we assumed so. We were looking at weather things, and I think Goes West was Goes 15. I think that's why we picked it, because it was the west one, maybe? I don't know why we picked Goes 15. Was it just because it said 15 there? That's why we said Goes 15. I think if you get rid of 15... Oh, yeah, it actually says the weather satellite goes 15. It actually points out that it is 15. Brute force all 160 degrees. Ba-ba-bum. 1. Ba-ba-bum. 2. Ba-ba-bum. 3. Ba-ba-bum. 4. Should I just do this? Have I seen the numbered bunkers with the keypads in Urzikstan yet? Yeah, Razorback. Cassian on the Discord has made a map of all of them. I think there's 12 bunkers in Urzikstan. At least I've seen a bunker 12. Cassian's got a map of them all. Because Cassian is awesome at making maps. I assume they're on warzonetakmap.com as well. warzonetakmap.online. Helios thinks we are sending it to the wrong recipient. I don't think so. Yeah, Who Am I is Goes 15. That's where it was when it was operating. Oh, the boss is saying something. You've gone minus 80 to 180. What commands can you put in a terminal? I can show you. Help. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. Those are the commands you can put in a terminal. But I'm pretty sure Tobias was just typing something, and he could help us because he's the sharp mob person. He's also in the chat. But I don't think he's going to help. It might give us a clue at some point. Can't possibly be on something. Longitude can be an expression of service life or time. But it's also saying where is it? It's saying where is it? It's asking for the location, and it says it wants a longitude. I'm pretty sure we tried 69.88 east. 69.88 east. Yeah, don't do anything. Anyway, it's meant to be minus 128. I'm waiting to see what Tobias said, because he'll give us a hint. Or he'll tell us that it's broken. One thing that I do hate with these ARGs is when... and it happened a lot with the Midnight Society one. is when something like we're actually doing the right thing, but it's broken. It happened with you know, the Warzone Easter eggs as well, like the stadium one, where it's like I was sure I was doing the right thing, and people kept telling me like, no, 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 you just don't know what you're doing yet. You haven't worked it out, blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this is how it's meant to work. And then they fixed the bug, and it fixed it. And it's like it's annoying if you don't get told that it's a bug, because then you're not like, you know, you start barking up other trees, whereas you already had the answer. I'm kind of sitting here thinking we've tried what the answer should be, unless there's something else wrong with it. I'm kind of wondering if you are very, very close. Ah, that's 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 painful. But what does he mean to be just like minus 130? So it's not broken. It's not broken because he it's not broken because I mean, I know he's in the YouTube chat, so he knows exactly what we're doing. So it's nay broken. So you've done all of the whole numbers. $128 degrees west. Yeah, I tried space. Boop. Space. Minus 128. Said we're very, very close. Makes me that makes me think maybe it's like the numbers. Maybe it's like we're close with the number. Oh. Yeah, I've tried 128.0. But I don't know. Where is 128 coming from? Because that's where the satellite was when it was operating. That was its longitude it was set to. How old is it? It went into orbit in like 2018? Late 2018. Oh no, it ended in 2018. It was launched in 2010. Huh. This was actually the 15th one. Huh. Anyway, it was launched in 2010. It was drifting east 0.88 per day. What about if it's 0.88 times 15 plus 141.2? No. Tried. What about if you don't use dots? What? So where was it originally if it drifted to 128? Where was it before then? Was it originally in this one? Oh my god, it's windy outside. So windy. Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, Festivity. It was it. I think it was originally at 137.3, and then it drifted east of that to get to 128. That's as if I'm understanding it, because Go 17 overtook it, or 137.2. No. If Go 17 replaced it, and Go 17 is at 137.2, it's meant to be. So Go's 15 was originally there. $13.2. That doesn't make sense. What? Go 17 began. That one was moving. That's not what we want. Go's 15. No, try that. It doesn't accept the message. It needs the other stuff as well. T. So Go's 15 was originally where Go 17 is now, which is Go 17 is at 137.3. Or 137.2. Go's 15 started drifting away from there to get to 128. So, and it drifted for 9 days to get to where it is now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they've got like there's this person who's meant to be like a character within it called Brightman, and apparently he was just typing, which seems like they're giving us a hint because we're obviously missing something at the moment. It just seems like it's asking for longitude. It's saying where is the satellite located. We've put in where it was meant to be, where it was after that, and then where it is now. Ah. Yeah, marked. The 128 is if you go to the Ghost 15 Wikipedia page, which I'm guessing is what it would use. That's what the longitude is listed as on Wikipedia, is 128, because that's kind of where it operated after it moved from its original place. And now it's at 69. It says it's at 69.8. But if you actually track it, it's actually at 61.38. So we've tried 69.88. You try 69.9. Try 69.8. Try 69.88 east. Try 69.9 east. Try 69. 100. Like, don't know. So yeah, we've been through all of this, and can I find an answer right now? Hmm. It's up. I've just done the ARG up to this point too now and doing some research on the satellite. Yeah, it's fun, Mark. It's fun. It can just be frustrating at times. I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of out of ideas yet. You don't think I tried minus 137.2? There we go. I think because of the different ways you can write goes 15, I think it probably will be it won't care too much about the syntax, maybe. At the moment, Juan, it's ignoring whatever we write after satellite. It's not registering it as a proper thing. I'm just copying out what you wrote there. I know this isn't the right thing. See, like, it doesn't seem to care about it. Satellite's been kind of in the same place for a while, buds. It's not like it's a geostationary satellite, so it doesn't move, really. Unless they want it to. Brigman is online. There he is. Rebirth. It doesn't seem to care about the order of what we write it in Purpose. It doesn't seem to care. It doesn't make much difference what order we put it in. We're waiting to see if we get a hint from this person. It's just like it doesn't seem to register location at all. It says, where is the satellite located? Yeah, what Cookie said. We haven't written anything where it said that's not the right location. And if you say, like, goes 15 fish, it's like, that's the name of something, but what is the thing? So it's not like, it's not looking for a location and saying whether it's wrong or right. It's just doing, like, it's looking to see if you've included the thing. No, but versatility, it calls it goes 15. It calls it. And it says longitude. I'm pretty sure we looked west. And it asked for a longitude. Oh, Brooks joined in with this. Saw Brooks' name there. Don't know what to put. I kind of think if I was making the ARG, I would have just looked up the Wikipedia page and then been like, oh, well, there's the longitude. It's 128 west. You know, like that's what I'd do. I'd be like, boop. But it's not. Yeah, we're all out of good ideas. It is tricky. And so we know a few things. We know it's not a whole number because Mind Scramblers tried them all. We know it's not any of the numbers that we can get for the satellite. Unless there's like something, horrendous, like it's actually like, 128.1 west. It's, they've got some more precise thing. But all of the places that we've Googled to find it, like none of us are satellite experts. None of them are, like the people who make the game aren't satellite experts. Is there, the company Swedish, is there a Swedish way of writing longitude? Swedish way of writing longitude. I don't think there's a specific Swedish way of doing it. Every time it says yes, I'm like, we've got it. And it's like, oh no, that's the thing it says literally every time. I literally can't think of other things to try. I'm struggling. We know where it was. We know where it went to. We know where it is now. It's none of those. I don't think you need to be trained in orbits for this. They just want the longitude of where it is. See, like here, NOAA, which again, official source, says for this particular spacecraft, 128. They describe it as this. But we know the location now, Cookie. The location now is this one. It's 61. Oh, it's actually moved, I think. It's 61.37 right now. That's the location of it right now. Unless that's actually 61.37 and they think it's west, but it's not. No. That's the location. That's the precise location right now. It's there. Burp, burp, burp. There. Oh, thanks for just showing my IP address. Get rid of this. Bloody hell. But yeah, it's there. That is its precise location right now. If you want any information about this, it's there. What, so you think we should do like 128 degrees, 0 minutes, 0 seconds? Nope. I mean, again, this is the this is the tracking, and this is the information they have. I guess because, you know, being more precise than this is not that useful. It's there. No, it isn't. They've changed the name of it, but you can still track it because it is still the same satellite. There isn't a new GOES 15, so it still is GOES 15. It's just that now there's a new name for it, which is EWSG2, which we have here. So we can track it using the new name if you want, but it's still in the same place. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. It's still at the same place, 61.82. Then 61, well, I mean, this one says 61.38, which is very annoying that they have two different bloody 61.82. It's very annoying that two different bloody websites use two different things, but oh well. This is the person who gives us clues. The clue person, Brickman. Yeah. Come on, Brigman. Tell us what we need to know. You know, one thing I'm not very good at with these ARGs is getting, like, immersed in the narrative. I don't think I ever feel like... The only time I ever was with the Halo 2 I Love Bees one. I kind of felt like, yeah, we're talking to, like, an AI. I feel like I'm always thinking about these in terms of there's a guy typing the stuff, you know, in an office in Malmo. Like, kind of... I find it hard to, like, get into the lore. Oh, Brigman's got an idea. I'm tempted to be like, I don't want any ideas. Don't tell me. You know what I mean? I feel like these would be more fun if I was like, yeah, we're talking to someone speaking us through time and space. We're talking to Omnis. Must be super hard to do this, because if they give us too much of a clue, it'll just be like, boop, done. And then if they don't give us enough of a clue, we'll sit here not knowing what to do. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been enjoying the festive period. Can you input longitude into what three words? I mean, sort of. You could do the place where it is into what three words. But there's not really been any indication that that's what we should be using. What three words? Boop. Except. Search. Longitude. 128 degrees west. I don't really do that. Dress to farty. Oh, dress to party. Problem is, you'd have to know exactly what it is, and I can't see a way to put in coordinates into it. Somewhere like here, but it could be any. Oh, it could be any of those. There must be a way to type in longitude. But I don't know how you do it. I feel like there would be some hint that that's what it wanted. No, we haven't got a clue yet. Shotgun Jacko, we're waiting for Brigman to finish typing. I feel like they're typing with one of those wands. You know, it's like boop, boop, boop. Do 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 do. Let's go. Brooke's online as well. Where's Brooke? Are you in chat, Brooke? Are you hiding? Brooke never talks in chat anymore. Participants. Oh no, that's just people who are actually talking. I need a loo. It's a bad time to go to the loo because I want to hear what Brigman has to say, because I assume it will get solved. If I don't have the answer, but I don't think it's about digits. It wants something more. What? It said it wanted a longitude. What else is that longitude called? It said it wanted a longitude. Where? I've already typed in geostationary. Have they just spelled geostationary wrong? No. I'm arguing with this. I'm arguing with a fictional character. It's like, what? Got it! I've did it! Got it. Woo! Oh, I just had to type in Meridian. There we go. 2.1 has been unlocked and its contents are now available. 2.2 has been unlocked and its contents are now available. Oh, I needed the word Meridian. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Let's have a look.
Easy in, easy out.
Hopefully this music isn't going to get me DMCA'd. More making of the trailer. That's kind of cool seeing like how the visual, the CGI works. But I'm glad we got it. I'm glad we did it. GG, everybody. Especially Wolfman for telling me that it was a weather satellite. You got us through that bit a lot quicker than I would have. I was like thinking, it's light, it's the dawn, it's... This is the only thing that worries me about this game from what we've seen so far. Like, I'm open to this game being something to get hyped about. But I am also a little bit cautious just because when you look at the like the trailer, it's all motion captured. So it's not like we're not seeing animations that are in the game. You know what I mean? It's not showing things that are possible in the game necessarily. It's kind of showing, I think, what they're hoping the game will look and feel like. Oh, what's this? What's this? We got something new. Give this mission to the Reborn. It will make sense later. Reborn, we need you to help us figure out a riddle that we have reason to believe is connected to a small part of something much bigger, which we suspect could become a threat to all humankind. While we have some ideas about this riddle, we need you to straighten out. Please send us a message with your thoughts of what it could be about so we move forward. Wait, isn't that what? Isn't that what it already said in the README? Am I going to solve the Warzone Mr. Peaks Easter egg? No, I don't think so, because I've talked before about... because someone kind of had data mined it already, they'd done something about finding out what it was. Like, if I do solve it, if I like manage to work it out, people will just be like, well, you used that person that sent you the data mine stuff. And so it's like... like it's kind of ruined, if you get what I mean. Like if we managed to do it, no one would be like, oh, well done. People would just be like, oh, well, you know, it was data mine, so Geeky Pastimes just uses data mine stuff. It's like as soon as someone had sent me something about, oh, this is an Easter egg because I've data mined this about it, like immediately the Easter egg was ruined. So it's like, nah, what's the point? Yeah, that's in README text. I don't quite get the relationship. I don't really get who Omnis is. Also, what's this? What's this? I don't even know how to describe those characters. T5 close brackets 4, and then there's a bunch of characters I don't recognize, semicolon, bunch of characters I don't recognize, semicolon, bunch of characters I don't recognize, semicolon. It's like 3 groups of characters, isn't it? It's like the T type thing or cross. 5 close brackets 4. That's one thing. And then T5 close brackets 4. And then it's like the T other T type thing, semicolon. Oh, so it's 2. It's 2 separate things. So if you did that as like, you could do that as Morse code. Wait a minute. I don't know if this is just random. I might be doing this for no reason. But this could be Morse code. So, accept all. Using dot or line. So it would be like line dot 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 space dot line dot space dot dot space line line dot space line line space dot line space line dot. Oh, it spells out Brickman. Oh, that was clever. I feel super smart for working that out. I feel very clever for doing that. Yeah, you're right, Fona. Yeah, that was I enjoyed that puzzle more. I was very happy that I worked out that was Morse code. That's like, that's gonna literally all day now. I'm gonna feel so smart because of that. And an old lady today said I was smart, so there was like my grandmother-in-law we went to see today, and she's only met me like twice before, and she was like, "Which one are you? Are you the clever one?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." Or she said, "Which one are you?" And I said, "I'm Tom," and she was like, "Ah, the clever one." Like, yeah. So that's twice I've got to feel clever today. Do. Yeah, Mr. Bootu, that was good. That was good. Is there more? I don't think so for today. I think they said they're going to do one of these like bits of the ARG. You know, when it says until next time, I think they're going to do one of these every like 2 weeks, they said, I think is the idea. I don't know if that's always going to be true or if that was just between the last one and this one. Maybe. Don't know. But I don't think there'll be more today. I think we're done with 2. So Brigman has the role of Reborn. When he's saying it will help you in our journey with the Reborn, on a Discord. On the Discord, Brigman, who is not online now, but Brigman has a green role and it is Reborn. So that is when he says, in our journey with the reborn. Brigman is a reborn, I think. Anyway. So he's contacting someone called Omnis. I think we're helping Omnis. I'm not really sure. Give this message to the reborn. It will make sense later. Reborn. So are we reborn as well? Are we meant to be the reborn? That's why we've got this role, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so we are reborn. And we are going to... This is the help for us. Which Omnis then sent us. You know, Omnis then sent us, because we're talking to Omnis through the system. And so Brigman is kind of telling Omnis stuff. Omnis is telling us that stuff when we log into the system. And then we're solving the puzzles for them. Kind of with the help of Brigman as well. So there's like this three-way thing between us, Omnis, and Brigman. Oh, it's a triangle. And there was like, you know, things to... There's triangles all over it. Triangles all over the shop. So there we go. So that is part 2. Thanks, Versatility. I did Latin in high school. I know what omnis means. Thank you, Versatility. Also, it's a bit weird. Shark Mob, who are the developers of this game, Exoborne, they also made Blood Hunt, and Blood Hunt has had some ARG stuff that I haven't really been a part of. I've kind of looked over what it is, but I haven't done anything. I haven't tried to solve anything on it. And in the Bloodborne one, they have a character called Omnis as well. And it's like, I think they have specifically said that this isn't a shared universe. You know, it isn't like part of the... Because that would be bringing it into the Vampire the Masquerade universe, which is a separate thing that they don't control or own. But it's just, you know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Says rebirth on your Discord. What says rebirth on your Discord? What says rebirth? Boop. But that's awesome. It's cool that we did it. We got it done. Yeah, it was good. That was a fun little thing. Triangles, yeah. We are reborn and we're working with Omnis, to your knowledge. Yeah. Triangles. Well, GG, the Namana. Your name is so hard to say. I literally, so some of you, if you don't know, I did a little video for them this. If you go onto the Stuck Button tutorial, it takes you to my video. This is my video. This is me talking, just showing you how the first bit was done. Which the Namana, who's just talking in Twitch chat, he's the one that solved this one, or she, I don't know. They are the one that solved this first one. And yeah, so I did that sort of bit. And at some point I say the Namana. And I think I literally recorded that line like 6-7 times because I kept being like the Namana. I just couldn't say it over and over again. Manamana. Yeah, exactly. I just couldn't say it. I've recorded it so many times. This video is a 12-minute video that you'd think, oh, it just looks like all he's done is he's put a bit of the game footage in, and he's like, you know, there's like what? There's a little bit of graphical stuff, and then there's like the video of solving it. I think there's a bit of the Discord somewhere. This should have been easy to make. This video took me bloody ages to make. Just because like I just kept saying things wrong over and over again. When I'm talking about Call of Duty, I don't know. I think because I've been talking about Call of Duty for like, you know, 4 years at this point, I've kind of... I can do it quite easily. It just rolls off the tongue. And then when I'm talking about something new, I find it's much harder. It's much more difficult to not trip over my words. So, send message. What even was the message when I put it in the Discord? Meridian 128 West. Meridian 128 West. Do you think you even need the 128 West? Do you think it was just Meridian? I don't know. Anyway, this command completes this step of the ARG. This command completes this step of the ARG and unlocks an additional making of video as well as a conversation between Brigman, an unnamed user and Omnis, where the user gives Omnis the instructions we were given. Omnis refers to the user with a strange code that was actually Morse code, revealing the user to be Brigman. Boop, boop, boop. And then I can just copy and paste that. What? And then I'll copy and paste that as well. Right, copy and paste that, and then put that there. And then I'll copy and paste that. There we go. And then maybe I'll get rid of. Just post that. God, why am I so bad at using a keyboard? No, that doesn't work very well. It's not enough room. Oh, I can put it there and then I can wrap it, can't I? Wrapping, overflow. Why is this cell not wrapping? Wrap. There we go. There we go. We've begun linking. So what it actually said, I got too excited and I didn't read it. Reborn, so that's us. Congratulations on your first successful mission. We have begun linking the GOES 15 satellite with our tracking, telemetry, and control on the ground. We anticipate it having fully mission operational within the next few weeks. So I guess that's when the next one will be. Stand by further instructions. So we're going to have the satellite to play with, I think. You believe Omnis is one person. I thought Omnis was like a company. I thought Omnis was a company in some way. I don't know what Lewis meant when he said that it's one, that it says rebirth on his thing. I don't know. Anyway, that was cool. We got it done. So we've unlocked these bits. If people want to have it complete themselves, because you can log in. I don't know if like we'll get something if we manage to do all of these. So if you want to complete it, you can go to Rehack. It's Omnis Rehack, this bit. You can go to this website. I'll put a link on your chat. No idea, Shotgun Jackal, but you can become a sub if you want to skip the ads. That does it. If you become a sub on Twitch, you don't get ads, which is nice. That's not how it works on YouTube. But anyway, I don't choose the ads. The Twitch chooses the ads when it puts in. But anyway, that's the website if any of you want to go in there. I've done that video, which you can click up here to get my video, which shows you how to complete the first one. And then you've seen how we complete the second one, so you can do that there. If you want to complete yourself, then you'll have both of these bits done for your account. And then in the next few weeks, we'll have this bit to complete. 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, and 3-4. Cool. Right. I had fun with that. I hope you had a lot of fun. I'm going to head off now and go. I'm going to play some Lorcano, I think. Getting into that Disney card game. Excited about that. So thank you very much to everyone that's been watching. And I will see you all. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow morning. I'll probably play